What's up, guys? Casual FM here with the FM save. We're not at Kilmarnock anymore. We actually left uh, because we were offered this Crystal Palace job. They offered us more wage. We got a 2-year contract. Even though Kilmarnock were happy to offer us 6k, um, they had this transfer budget, which kind of screamed joined. So I joined. When we joined, they were 19th in the league, and we joined here in the Cardiff game. And as you can see, we haven't lost until today when we faced Man United in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. But we've done really well to get us to 7th, and I'm starting to feel that we might have a good chance. They were predicted 3rd, so I feel like we have a good chance of catching up, maybe coming in. Anyway, if we get into the game, this is the team and the formation that we play. We're playing a very rotate. You know what? We're going to play the best team. He's cup-tied. I don't even know who could play there. And then, yeah. 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 As you can see, we've had a lot of injuries to the team, sadly. So we've got a lot of injuries and suspensions, which is quite annoying because they're all out with like broken legs and that. So I have had to make a lot of signings. Man United team looks as good as ever. I haven't looked at the Premier League yet. We were offered a job in the Premier League to go to Norwich, but I kind of like the Palace rebuild. I had a save with Palace last year where I won the Premier League, and I kind of have this weird thing for Palace, so I'm staying. And I've already started shopping for the January window because I've noticed that was a beautiful off the line clearance there. I noticed that we had 40 million to spend, but our minimum budget for next season was 4.7 million. So there was a lot of me that was like, we don't need to bring anyone in because we had quite a bloated squad here anyway, and we have really good players because they've just been relegated. And then a lot of me was like, no, like spend it before we lose it, because obviously they want to get us like out of this division now. We want to be out of the division and into the next one. So yeah, I'm gonna spend it if we don't lose here. Man United are obviously more of the dominant team, and they are showing it here. This is probably going to show where the formation doesn't work against teams that are much better. So, like, if we do make it to the Premiership, this is a formation that I probably shouldn't use until we are the better team. But I mean, we're not losing, and we're 22 minutes in, so I'm kind of taken as a positive as Casanova comes down, and they've made a mistake, and Chazov gets in, and De Gea is out for them. Probably De Gea or Dean Anderson made a brilliant save. Not really much to say. We've had one shot on target. They've had 7, but XG shows that no one's meant to have scored yet. They've already had 13 corners. They are peppering us here. We're going to take a little free kick by the looks of it. The ball goes off to Chazov again, and De Gea makes another audacious save. That is one of the problems, is that we do need to be scoring more set pieces. But as you've seen, we have had some great goals already. Like score lines, we've already scored like 5 or 4 in each game. I'm going to praise them, which I know you're going to be like, why? But because they're playing well. How has he managed to keep that ball in? It definitely looked like he was on the bench. I thought he was being substituted. And they've got another corner kick. This one, I feel like no, nothing's going to come from it. And we're having the least possession, but we're not playing badly. a lot of our players are tired, which isn't good. I don't know why, but that's another good save there from Ray, ah, who has been great in the stick. So I've not had any problems with him really. He concedes 1 or 2 goals, but when you're scoring 5, it doesn't really matter. Half time. Well, gonna tell them we're happy because in the end of the day, I don't know where Man United are. They're probably in the top 4. They're playing well. They seem to be playing quite a strong team against us with Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, etc. Martial. Is that Human's son running down the wing? He's going to be looking for Martial in the middle. No, Pogba gets the ball to Carvalho, and Martial makes it 1-0 for them, who's been struggling for goals by the looks of it. But if we have a look at this here, Son plays it back to Pogba, who gets it to Carvalho, and Martial just beats the man to the ball, really. Defenders should do better. We're going to demand more. We're not going to change anything yet because I've still got hope that this formation we can get a goal or a penalty or something on the back for again. And we're all right there. We've got possession. Let's see what we can do with it. We haven't see what we have got is a great first team when it's not injured, but our backups are very limited. So there will be a few Kilmarnock faces that are talented enough to make their way here, and then I will probably pick up some other players. Defenders is definitely something we need to improve. Just come on. Pogba picks the ball up for them, and they look to pass it around, and they get it out to the wing, and nothing comes of it. As you know, we definitely should have taken our chances with Chazov in the first half. 55 minutes though, and we're still only one goal behind. So I feel like there could be a chance. Chazov puts it in the side net, and we are pushing forward. We're demanding more with hope, and that hope is now gone. So now I'm just going to make substitutes really, just to give players a chance to get in. This is an absolute shocking keeper save there. That's an error that should not have happened. As they come forward again with Martial looking to get on the ball. He's on the ball now, and it's a great through ball, but Raya makes a good save. 66 minutes, I'm sad. Pogba's coming down, gets a beautiful ball to Bruno Fernandes. They are completely peppering us now. We are definitely tired in the second half, which is letting them get a lot more of the ball. If we have a look at possession, we're probably definitely falling below now. But this is a good chance for us to get the ball out. Swift is running down the wing. Maybe we can get a consolation goal. Nope. Yeah, possession-wise, we haven't got the possession at all. Just going to keep pressing, do it even though they can't. Casanova, who's normally played well, is having an awful game. Playing from the back. Wallace picks up the ball, and it's ball should have been played earlier, and they've seemed to have done well there, and they look to come forward with it. We're just not getting passes, just aren't coming off. You know, we are playing Man United in the end of the game. They're going to have another corner. Corner comes in, and then again it's another great save off the line. Superzic is through, but no one's there. We're just too slow to catch up, which is very irritating. Superzic got the ball. He's not. We're looking kind of terrible, which is annoying because we've not looked this bad with this formation. Everyone is tired, but there's nothing I can do. We are going to lose 2-0 here. Maybe 3, but no, Rare makes a good save, which is, good. It looks like we've got a good keeper anyway that we could take up if we manage to take up. I'm kind of with the longevity of Palace, maybe we hope our Big Six team looks at us, because in the end of the day, this is only the third season, and we've gone from Dumbarton in League One of the Scottish League to Championship in the third season, which is a bit weird. Like, we've had good progress really, but I know the Championship is apparently a fall from grace if you look at rankings of the leagues. We did lose 2-0. We're going to say that they played well. It's a hard pill to swallow, that. Send the assistant. Then give them all a rest. Just quickly go to next match. Next match we got still got £200,000 to spend wage budget. So we could still bring in some players, but I'm not really sure what we'll be bringing in. I think we'll be bringing in more like players to play like the backup positions, like substitutes. I just want to get rid of some of the older dead wood that's on like massive money and bring in young players to build for the future. I think we could get into the playoffs maybe, and that's if we beat Stoke and Derby, which are in front of us. I think we could push for the playoffs. Just automatic is completely out of the. Every time we think we're getting close, we look up and we realise they're 17 points ahead of us. So I think that's completely gone, if I'm honest. But if we're looking at the rest, I think we've got a half decent chance of like playoffs if we win the next couple of games against the hard teams, and then we've just got to make sure we beat every team below us. We can't have any slip-ups really. We really can't have any more injuries. So as long as we get lucky, because at the moment we're not with injuries. Oh, well, don't want to see that. Why does it want us to play that? It's a weird formation for us to play. Jesus Christ. Ooh. There we go. I thought we'd frozen. Let's hopefully get into the game anytime today. Whoa. Right, here we go. So we're going to play with those instructions. Is there anyone we can bring on yet for this guy? Sanchez. Where are you, Sanchez? You go there. And then okay. Yep. Right, I'm going to play with this team and hope for the best. Obviously, we haven't lost yet in the league, so we're just going to give them some confidence. Since coming out, like taking over, we do start with the ball. We are playing at the Stoke ground, which I do not remember the name of. They have been playing really well. At one point they were leading the table, but they have kind of fell off a bit and lost down to 6 points. And we are already 1-0 like up. Sanchez puts in a whip of a cross and Ferguson and gets on. If we have a look here, awful goalkeeping really. Should definitely not come for that. If you're coming for it, should definitely either get a hand to it or catch it. That is really bad. That is Now put us though 2 points behind Bristol. We are playing great. So we then look to play at the back and get Sanchez gets onto it again, and Charvoff has the ball, and we're just going to play around. This is the bit that slows us down, is that we become really slow at the counter because we like hold on to the ball, which I think makes it more difficult for ourselves. But we have scored a lot of goals, so I don't want to change anything. I just think we could maybe score more. Again, we're building from the back, and the ball gets to Travlov. Awful defending, and he just absolutely punishes them. Fedor Travlov doesn't even want to be here. He is looking for a move because he doesn't want to be playing this low down. Interestingly, he was playing awful when I took over, and now he's working his way back into some good form. So if we sell him, we're going to get a lot of money for him because I won't allow him to go for cheap. So, you know, we will see really. I'll probably let him go for 40 million, and then I'll just, already spend the 40 million on some other players. I think another 40 million injection into the club, we'd have a Premier League team, like mid-table Premier League team, which sounds weird, but if I could sign some of these players that are on loan, which would be that kind of money, we'd actually be alright. A bit like we're at the stage of the Kilmarnock where we had like really good players, but didn't have the money for the players. We just had really good players, and it was very obvious that we had good players, but we just didn't have the money to pay them. We're at Palace now, whereas we have good players and can afford them. So like we shouldn't have any problems with keeping anyone now. Like at Kilmarnock, we were obviously going to lose the front three. We had no chance of keeping them. Like they were gone. Especially with the minimum release clauses they had. They had tiny minimum release clauses, which meant that as soon as and we were performing so well that they were gone, whether we liked it or not. Whereas at Crystal Palace, we've not got that problem. We can just pay them to show up and stay, because in the end of the day, like we are going to go up. A lot of the signings that we've signed want to go up at the end of this season, I think. So yeah, I'm not sure. I've never done playoffs before, so I'm not sure how much I rate my chances, if I'm honest. But it is look at the draw, isn't it? As they come forward here, and Afobe, who still playing, Jesus Christ, he's had a right career, gets a shot on goal, but nothing coming from it, and we're playing from the back again. Not much has really happened, really. As you can see, we've had 6 shots, 5 on target. The XG just doesn't say that we should be winning, really. Just going to tell them to keep going. They're playing well. No one looks too tired. Benarama, who has been a great player in this side, could do with coming off, but I've not got any players to replace him at the moment because they're all injured. So he's just going to have to play, and when we get further in, I'll make some substitutes and bring on Wallace for his role, but I think it's too early. What are we having a look at here? Not sure what the point of that was. We're just going to praise them because we are beating second place in the league, which has to say that maybe we should have been there, which is weird because they were basically playing this formation when I took over. They were playing the formation but with 2 centre mids rather than 2 DMs, and they were playing awful with the 2 DMs, 2 centre mids, sorry, but with 2 DMs they're a complete new team. So it does beg to think that it's very weird that just dropping 2 players back has completely changed the team, because I didn't have any transfer window here. I haven't changed anything. I'm using the exact players that they had. Again, just going to keep praising them because they're doing well. Catching Burnley are 4th, I think. They could be one of the hard ones to catch. We're going to make some substitutes here. I'm going to make one there, and then see how long. Yeah, Burnley and Barnsley and Derby are the where we need to. They're 8 points ahead of us at the moment, those teams. So it would be nice to catch, or at least have a half decent chance. So we're going to do that. Oh, okay. We can't do that. So we're gonna. Can you? No. Okay. He just doesn't know it, but we haven't got the right players on the bench for him to come off, so he's just gonna have to play, which is really annoying as we've got Derby in the game after. But I mean, we can at least make that substitute and make him less tired. They do come forward with the ball. Nothing's going to come off it. They've not really done anything this game. It has definitely been a majority of us forward. I'm going to man mark Benik Afobe. I wasn't able to bring any of the managers I wanted over. As I said, I was going to reduce the coaching team to get the job. So I wasn't able to bring anyone yet. But I am planning on bringing some of the, like Barry Smith over and Bertie, the goalkeeping coach, because he looks a talent as a goalkeeping coach. Just because you win, you do well when you've got good coaches. You do better. Nothing, and I haven't really changed anything with corners or throw-ins yet, or like free kicks. They weren't very bad in the first place, so I've not changed anything. It is something I will look at doing. I just haven't done it yet. But here they come at us again from deep, and just defensively we're good. Casanova has actually been my Casanova. I would like to sign him if possible, and there's a few other players I'd like to sign. Playing well, there you go, full time. And it's another job well done. So in the league, we are still undefeated, which is a solid outcome. And that's going to be everything, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully see you in the next episode.